beef through Esports. Okay, everyone's got beef with this team because they are the top dogs right now in this competition. But we are going to be going through to the BP of the last game between Team Secret and Nova Esports. And we've already seen a very true and tested first bans.
Instant ban onto Mr. Wendy here. The Mai Shiranui, that is a Wendy specialty. And of course, Arlie, the Muji specialty, because they are on the blue side first pick prior.
Yeah, I mean, the banning out the Hue one as well, right? As well as the Masashi. TNX actually turned up with the Masashi in that last game. So it's really good that they've actually banned it out once more for the side of Team Nova. But that then really opens up the Dolia again. Bro!
Okay.
Dolia! Adaka!
Dolia. Oh well, okay, so Dolia, yes, but okay, you've been beaten by this strategy twice. Are you not learning enough and fast enough to be able to deal with a Dolia Shangguan combination again?
Clearly not, right? Clearly not.
Okay, I'm gonna tell that to Kelvin.
But like, do you ban out, or do you pick the Shangguan yourself to protect yourself?
You did!
Yes!
You did!
Oh, look at me,
Coach
I'm in their
Coach
mind.
Ola. It's not his first rodeo. He is experienced in this. But yeah, the Shangguan coming in here was only to deny it from Nova, right? So they couldn't ban out the Dolia. They had to ban out Mai Shiranui, even the Ali as well, because if you give that over to Muji, it's pretty hard, right?
But because of the Dolia, they have the double refresh. There is a potential of a Garden as well. Ogren suffers against a huge burst potential.
Yep, but it is the Dune. We've been waiting for this one to come through, right? We did say the last time the Dolia came out, it came out with both Monkey each time. But we were saying, hey, who do we think would be a good substitute? And the Dune definitely is, because you have already, the Unruly Blade has a small cooldown anyway. So giving that Celestial Melody over to the Dune, you're able to get in, out a lot, right? So get into the back line, get the Wind Slash up, really knock up the tempo of Team Secret.
Yep. And ooh, we get the Sun Special, Marco Polo. This is the time to show off. This is the time to pull out all of the bunnies out of your hat.
I mean, there's probably plenty of bunnies in there. I mean, there could be a potential for quite a few bunnies in the hat of Marco Polo. But a ban over to D'Angelo, I think that's throwing respect onto Wendy's pick as well. So a lot of focus onto Wendy's hero pool in the ban phase of this last game. And I think they need to, right? Because Wendy is already sitting on 2 MVPs.
Oh yeah, for sure. So Team Secret, they definitely need someone that has crowd control. They need stuns, and yeah, like I said, Gun and Mo, one of the most potent combinations with the Celestial Melody as well. So Nova will take that out. Right now for Nova, I think they need a little bit more control as well. Unruly Blade is not going to be enough, and someone needs to protect the Lady soon.
Yeah, I mean, they ban out the Yaria as well, so obviously Marco Polo and Yaria do get taken out there, because that is a known combo, especially, I don't think we've actually seen it in competitive, but it's known in ranked, right? So it's something that pairs very well together. The single second CC gets the knockup, you're able to go in with the Fever Barrage, the Splendid Revolvers, you do a lot of damage, and then obviously the Diadea, again, is being banned out because it can kind of set up and feature that same kind of function.
Oh yeah, for sure. And right now, do we see a Dharma ban? No. Okay, we don't see a Dharma ban. That's going to be really dangerous because the Truth Mantra, along with the Fever Barrage, one of the most potent combos out there. At this point, I think Nova, they can look for a counter initiation move. So a Mayin would be a great pick for the side of Nova as well.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. They've got 1 second left to pick that on the board, but what is going to be the last picks here for the side of Nova Esports? It's going to be the Dharma,
okay,
and they take Shishan's Lady Chen, because obviously he has the Shangguan.
I like this combination, right? We've already seen how Xuan has used this Dharma to full effect, pushing them back into the Destructive Deluge. This will be one of the most biggest combos that Nova can pull off. In the meantime, this provides a lot of room for Muji, right? As the Lady Sun to get the rolling raids in and Ultimate Shell as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of pressure, especially from Xuan's Dharma. It's been very good. They don't have the Guan Yu, so maybe it's kind of like one of those things that's coming through here.
Elaine? Maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
I think Elaine will be a good pick for this other Team Secret, right?
Agreed.
And that would be able to allow them to chase down Muji, at the same time separate the team. And Marco will be able to get the damage in. Okay, Mayin.
So what we was expecting from Nova is going to be for Team Secret. And we know that Xuan on the side of Team Secret loves his pick. And there's Calvin just making sure that they are aware that, hey, no matter what happens, they are still stars in his eyes. It's just all about making sure they have fun on this last game, because this could be the last game for either of these teams.
Yep, this is a crucial moment for them. This has all come down to a best of one. Friends off of the stage, now foes that are at each other's throats. Let's go, a friendly hug there. Who do you have for this series?
I mean, I like the fact that they've gone for the Zhangfei, right? So finally, Yuhan gets the Zhangfei. We have the Orgren as well. So a big, solid front line, but you can't discount Nova, right? They have the Dune, they have the Dolia.
I'm gonna go with Team Secret as well because the Zhangfei factor, right?
Yeah.
It's undefeated in this series thus far, so I expect more of the same with Yuan on it.
Okay,
The Z factor.
Oh, Z factor. Okay, okay.
factor.
I like the fact that you didn't take the fence today, and I would like to, have the third seat as well to look at Team Secret as one that has more potential. But Nova, I think if they play their cards right, early game, if they can get a lead, it would be quite detrimental to Team Secret's draft.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if they played an aggressive early game, it would really throw off Team Secret in this one, right? And they've already seen the Team Secret want to kind of just take away as much resources in the early game so they can kind of have a clearer, stronger early game in this last game of the series.
One thing I also want to comment on is that Waypit, the Dolia, the Celestial Melody, there aren't the plethora of riches in terms of having the right alt. Maybe you do 2 truths, maybe you do some 2 wind slashes and that kind of stuff, but like it's really not as good as like the Shangguan, for instance.
Yeah, not quite, right? Let's see what they can do with this one. I mean, Wendy, we've already seen him on the Angela. It's very fruitful, right? He's able to actually do and play the control mage. Yes, it may not be as to the level of the Shangguan, but it still shows the actual ability of this player.
Oh yeah, for sure. He is one that is known to have high mechanical skills as well. But more importantly, his decision making has always been on point.
Yeah.
So right now, that's one lane that is probably going in favor on the side of Nova, right? But the main thing that needs to happen for the side of Nova is they need to get the kill onto Sun. Sun as a Marco takes a long time to get online. He needs so many items. He needs the Doomsday, he needs the Sparkforge Dagger. Until he gets those 2 items, there is no damage coming out from Sun.
No damage, yeah. I mean, they're both kind of like, they need the attack speed as well, right? They need to get that threshold of the attack speed so he can get that passive proc and do a lot more damage onto the side of Nova. But right now you see that TNX actually uses Tenement mechanic to go down to give a bit more of a quicker pace to his jungle clear.
Okay, so Sun taking a healthy amount of damage, forced to recall, and at this point, Nova, I think their pacing is just a tad bit faster, right? And Team Secret, they'll do well to see what are the gaps here. Yuhan already keeping eyes on the CY, and we'll see. First objective coming in about 80 seconds. Any kills here will benefit either team.
Yeah, I mean, this is where it kind of starts to make the map ripple, right? It's whether they can get the early kills within that 4 minutes, or it's where that brawl comes through at the neutral objectives. But right now, you can kind of see that Nova are already setting up a better pace in terms of the priority in the farm lane. All right, you can kind of see that Shishan is just trying to rotate to get as best possibility for either of these side lanes, right? We see him up there with Shuan just trying to try and get a kill onto Dharma, but again, it's just, I think the two cordial, right? They're playing a lot of respect because they both know this is the last game.
Oh yeah, they definitely have to. Any mistake will be exposed heavily by either side, and right now, pacing is extremely important. So I think in terms of gold growth, I don't think we will see too big of a difference. It's neck and neck in the farm lane right now, so it's going to be looking better for Muji first.
Yeah, neck and neck. I mean, we didn't expect anything less, right? These are 2 of the best farm laners in the tournament still, as well as obviously JR and Toshi. There's a lot of good farm laners in this tournament, which was hard to say for some of the previous tournaments. It was pretty much night and day between some of these teams, but right now I feel like we got the best ones within the tournament.
Oh yeah, for sure. And now one of the things that they can do that's best for themselves, Muji needs to get a kill onto Sun before he completes the Doomsday. He already has a Sparkforge Dagger. Until he gets that power spike, it's good to be able to slow Sun down.
Yeah, you can see the teleport come through for Shuan on the side of Team Secret as well. As you can see, everybody is here at the Tyrant. They really want to give over this enhanced damage to their own respective farm laners, right? I mean, it benefits Sun, it benefits Muji, who's going to get it. CY is very much closer
Oh, the Umbrella Loppers pushing away. TNX will take the first turret. That's a massive one. The finishing stroke onto Juan, and TNX will also get first blood, but the Fever Mirage doing some work, and Waypit is killed as well. That's a 3 for nothing, and make that 4 with CY, slowly getting whittled down, continuing to fight, not scared, even with the Gale's Benediction, but it's a matter of time before TNX does get the kill.
Slam dunk, right? I mean, that was a 4-0 trade for the side of Team Secret. A little bit of a flashback yesterday.
Yep, and it's a double buff steal. So right now, this CY jungle on this Dune is going to be hungry, my goodness.
Yeah, very hungry. He's been starved and been stolen of his buff that he had secured and rewarded.
well, he's definitely going to be starving, right, at this point. And, you know, once again, this was a huge play. The fact that they couldn't pull off Shishan got off that finishing stroke, and boy, was it the finishing blow for the side of Nova, because there was no more damage to be had.
Yeah, no more damage, as they were able to put so much pressure onto the side of Nova in this team fight. And it gives me a little bit of flashback from yesterday, right, when we saw that 5-0 trade from Team Secret yesterday. What a perfection. And this is a team that knows how to do that.
Oh yeah, and you know what? Sun, level 9.
Yep.
Double buff against Muji, no buffs, level 8, 1 level differential. He does have the Doomsday if I'm not wrong. He is going to hurt and hit like a truck.
I mean, already he's taken the T1 up into the Clash lane as well, so that's more gold going over to TS Sun. So again, we're seeing that tried and tested macro play from Team Secret right now. Maybe there's a little bit of an essence of the wind being knocked out of Team Nova's sails, right? They seem a little bit deflated in that one, especially after that 4-0 trade.
Yeah, this is definitely a gut punch, right? And
yeah.
right now there's no primal bond, so they have a plethora of options to see which one do they want to take. Do they want to go for the Overlord? Do they want to take a T1? And right now, 6 minutes in, this is one of the fastest paced games that TS has shown us so far.
Yeah, very fast paced. We're almost edging onto the 7-minute mark. We're taking another fight here. T1, T2 go down.
CY wind slash. He's going to be left for dead. He's going to be killed. They're going to continue to turn the Umbrella Uppers with the Stampede, but the flowing side doesn't work. Juan is going to be killed in return. Waypit though on the run, but it's a 2-for-1 thus far. Team Secret back up. Just go push with the minions.
Yeah, what they want to do right though is Team Secret's definitely having a great early game, but they don't want to make that same mistake that they did to Nova in, I think it was game 2, game 3. Give them space. They just need to keep this pressure on, just apply the pressure onto the wound.
I just have to say Nova is really lucky because Waypit did time out his wave breaker so well that it actually knocked Sun right as he used his Fever Barrage, right? So he canceled out a lot of damage. And yeah, this is the one. I think CY, he knew he was dead. He was just trying to buy time for the team. And Xuan unable to land any of the crews. Got some alignment, but it was not enough. Sun was in for the kills as well. They didn't manage to get the job done. But right now, map control fully. A very different game from game 1 to game 5.
Oh yeah, I mean, this has been a bit of an evolution for Team Secret. They had the fall, the very great fall, but now they've been climbing up from that game 4 into this game 5, and they're showing so much potential, especially Sun, with the macro plays into the Clash lane.
Yeah, and right now, it's just about a matter of time, right? Before TS exposes that T3, they already have one exposed T3 on the bot lane. They want to make sure that both sides are open so they can really start pulling Nova around the map.
Yeah, that's what they've really got to do, right? Just make sure they're fighting on 2 fronts. Like now, we see the TNX taking a lot of damage within that team fight. Not giving over anything to the side of Nova right now, but they did take the T2 over to the Clash lane. So this is a steady, good game for Team Secret. 8 minutes in, 6 kills up, 6k gold.
Oh my goodness, 6k gold. And of course, with that being said, if we take a look at the farm coming in from the side of Nova, they are really struggling to keep up.
Yeah, CY just trying to fight for their own buff, not able to do so. All 5 members of Team Secret right here, pushing them away. TNX will take up another red buff, convert that one into a neutral. It looks like it's going to be maybe a Tyrant, and TNX will start that one now. Oh no.
A bit of a bait, Okay.
Hey, I've been baited before. It's not the first time.
Yeah, do you want to take this neutral objective from me? Let's go. It's our first rodeo. But again, like we just saw there, in terms of the gold lead between CY and TNX, it's very far. And I mean, we've already seen that the Blazing Cave's been built onto the Augurin, the Eye of the Phoenix as well. Normally at this point in the game, they're only on the second tier item in both of those.
Yeah, and you know, we were talking about them trying to put the lid onto the growth of Nova. That's exactly what they did now. The reason why they didn't go for the Tyrant was to make sure that no buffs were available for the side of CY, right? And this is a huge play because right now, with no buffs, there is no way they will try to contest any of these objectives. And with 48 seconds before the next neutral objective comes up in the form of the Shadow Overlord, is not going to be a good game for the side of Nova for now.
Yeah, there's cleaned up inventory, right? They're just making sure that their shop is totally clean here. They're looking to take out the Vision Sprite as well. As you can see, Huan is having to stand there, and that's the mechanic within that one. Huan may get caught up here.
They found Yuhan. The Umbrella Outburst used in return. He's going to look to turn this one around with a nice wind slash, knocking them up. The Stampede is knocks down CY. They're continuing on. TNX just chasing after them. They burst down the T2, and Team Secret are knocking on your door.
They're knocking on your door, and they still have the Conductor Assault, right? So TNX has still a lot of tankiness, a lot of sustain into this one. Juan!
Oh, Juan is looking to go in for this one, but he's pushed back. They do end up getting the pick off the finishing stroke. They're looking to end this game, but they don't have the minions. They've been slowed down. The mid T3 is going to be taken here. Team Secret forcing it down, but with 3 members of Fever Mirage doing some work, and they get the pick off, and Team Secret looks like they've taken the game 5, and they will move on.
What a way to finish that best of 5, a 10-minute game from Team Secret. They have had their ups, they've had their downs, they are here to stay. Going against DMT next.
They keep the dream alive here. This was payback for every single team right now. Kelvin, Melvin as well. They're coming out. Oh, Melvis, I have no idea. But at this point, Secret, they deserve the celebrations for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of ins on stage, but what is in is definitely Team Secret going into this next part of the bracket, right? And what a well-deserved fight. I mean, Nova and Team Secret showed such great performances on that one, right? So both of these teams did fantastically well to get to this point, all saluting their nations and the crowds at the stadium.
Let's give some props to Nova as well. I think they did really well. They took control of the 2-game series that they won, and it was super convincing. So Nova, unfortunately, they will have to pack their bags, but what a hell of a performance they have put up in this tournament.
Yeah, it's just, again, another repeat, unfortunately, for the side of Nova Esports, that they are still 3rd place in the Malaysia region, right? So, hey, they've got to keep it. Somebody's got to keep it warm, right? But we are going to hear from Team Secret and how they won this absolutely ecstatic best of 5.
That's thank you for Caster. Wow, kita berikan tepuk tangan yang luar biasa for Team Secret. So many secrets that we don't know that they win this match. It's a very long, intense match, Chuchu.
Too intense, too long. Even the audience were crying, like who is gonna win? But we finally got our finalists in the lower bracket here.
And now we want to, of course, we want to interview with our player. Please welcome TNX to the stage. TNX, you can come to the stage. TNX.
采访，采访，
采访，
采访，过来，过来。He's like, why me? Why me? I have another game. Why me?
Is this real? Is this real? All right, TNX. Whew. Okay, so long history rivalry between Nova and the Team Secret. And now that winning and losing is very normal between the two teams, but how do you feel that you win Team Nova in this champion stage? Jadi Nova dan juga Team Secret itu adalah tim yang sering banget main, sering kalah, sering menang, udah pastinya. Tapi hari ini mereka berhasil mengalahkan tim Nova dan kita mau nanya nih, bagaimana perasaannya? 不累 OK， 所以呢，你们两组一直打来打去，有赢有输，对不对？但是呢，现在你们终于赢他们了，你有什么现在的感觉？现在怎么样？
我觉得 Nova 也是一个很棒的马来西亚战队，可是我们是最棒啦！
OK, Nova is a strong team, but we are the best and we win them. Yes. Wow. Oh, okay.
Ya, dia udah lepaskan stresnya ya.
Yeah.
Memang that was an amazing game by the way. But before this interview, we had an interview with BSE as well. They want to fight you guys so bad, but you have another hurdle to go against DMT. That's gonna be 2 questions here coming up from me. First, what's gonna be your response against BSE? And second, very short amount of time for you to prepare for the next match here. How are you gonna do it? Jadi soalnya untuk BSE sebelum ini udah menang ya, sudah menanti di Grand Final. Tapi masih ada satu perlawanan untuk Team Secret harus menentang DMT dulu. BSE bilangnya mau jumpa sama Team Secret. Jadi apa responnya? Tapi dengan masa yang begitu pendek, gimana kamu mau ada persediaan selepas untuk menentang Team Dominator? 现在 BSE 讲他们要见你们总决赛，但是现在你还是要遇到 DMT 先，对吗？然后就是有那么少的时间，有什么准备？还有 BSE 在总决赛等着你们，有什么要对他们说吗？
我想说，别请你们在决赛等着我们来就好了。
你们呢？准备 EMT 怎么办？
量力而为吧，尽我们所能，像这场一样，把每个东西做到最好，我们就能赢。
Dia kata bilangnya, oh wait, English first. Okay, so basically, okay, BSC, you wait us in the grand finals. Okay, Dominators supporters, don't be bashing me now. But when it comes to Dominator preparation, you know what? We're gonna do the same. We're just gonna fight how we fight Nova. We're gonna see the grand finals no matter what. Jadi dibilang, okay, tak apa, BSC tunggu aja. Kami bisa ke grand final. Untuk Dominator yang nggak apa-apa. Lawannya sama seperti Nova, kita akan terus ke depan aja.
Okay, and that's a very big confidence from TNX. Okay, now we want to ask you that after the intense long match, you will face Dominator. And what do you want to say to them? And what do you think of Dominator itself? Kita bentar lagi bakal menonton Dominator melawan Team Secret, oke? Nah kita mau nanya apa pandangan dari TNX tentang Dominator dan apa yang dia mau katakan ke Dominator. TNX 现在你们就要打 Dominator， 你觉得他们是怎么样的一组队？然后呢，你想跟他们说什么？
我觉得 Dominator 是一个很有打法、很有侵略性的印度尼西亚战队。可是我觉得我们也不差，我们就做好我们的，我们就能赢下今天的胜利。
Oke ya, jadi tim Secret juga bilang Indonesia itu punya khasnya sendiri, punya timnya, punya caranya sendiri. Dan mereka bilang ini bakal menjadi pertandingan yang gak bakal mudah. Dan dia bilang tapi kita tetap akan melawannya dengan sebaik mungkin sama seperti dia melawan Nova. Tepuk tangan dulu dong buat KNX, oke? And now this KNX feel like it's a very good game with the Dominator, so they want to prepare well, yes Chuchu?
Yeah, it's going to be a great contender as well. But before that, they need to prepare for the next match. It's a back-to-back for Team Secret. So, TNX, thank you so much for the interview. You need to go and prep. 谢谢
TNX.
加油
Okay.
It's a back-to-back, man. They don't have a breather. I mean,
Yeah.
5 games. Oh, we're not resting. We have 5 more games to go.
Yes. Kita masih akan ada bertanding satu kali lagi. Jadi teman-teman jangan kemana-mana. Karena kita selanjutnya akan melawan Dominator dan juga Team Secret. Now back to the caster.
There we go with a very aesthetic interview from TNX there. He was very emotional, very vocal, very shouty. He'd do very good on the caster desk, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I think he could take my job. I think that he would do a great job, just kind of, because he has that emotion. He's very passionate about it. But I mean, in that interview, it shows a lot about TNX. I mean, how much he wanted it. They wanted to go in, and they're calling out teams, and they're getting ready for this one. I think there's still yet to be, their path is still going to be ongoing at this point.
Oh, for sure. First thing first, he needs to remember he's called TNX, right? They were calling him for quite a bit before he recognized, oh, it's me. I am TNX. Let me go for the interview now.
Yeah, I am him. This is me. This is my moment. I'm going to get up there and actually kill it. But yeah, I mean, they did say about Dominator Esports that there is a very good game. They need to prepare. So given some time, let's look at the highlights.
Hi everyone, I'm Yuhan, and I'm the official 2024 HOK Championship Observer. The tournament highlight of the day is here. 3, 2, 1, showtime!
Thank you very much, Yuan, for giving us this highlight reel of probably the quickest game in the series, right? So 10 minutes was all it took for Team Secret to actually finish this one off and Sia for the victory.
All right, they really edged it out as well, right? Every single situation, it felt like, you know what, Nova had a fighting chance, but it was just by the thinnest of margins that Secret took every advantage to their side. And when they had the big advantage, there was no way Nova was coming back.
Yeah, there's just too much like team fight potential on the side of Team Secret, right? They had the Zhongfei, they had the Orgren as well, which really came through there. And then on top of that, they had Marco Polo for Sun, and then also Shishan got the Shangguan and actually played it very well.
Yeah, one of the things that you'll notice is the fact that Nova always manages to find an opening, but they could not do the finishing blow. And because of their survival, things like the unbridled outburst came out, things like the finishing stroke came out, and Nova just couldn't handle the amount of pain that was dealt.
Yeah, it just seemed like this best of 5 was a bit of a limit tester for Nova, just to see Team Secret be like, hey, let's see how much you've improved, right? Because that last game was just too convincing that Team Secret had it in them all this time. They just wanted to go blow to blow with their friends.
And once more, Team Secret puts the lid on the potential of Nova. Nova get knocked out.
Yes, so they like putting the lid on Nova, right? They've done it many a times and it seems to be a bit of a tradition, but hey, this is year 1. Nova could come back very strong next year and maybe even take second seed from Team Secret. But hey, they might not even be second seed by the end of this one, right? They could still go beat Dominator, maybe. Nobody in Indonesia, please don't hurt me. It's only a possibility. But MVP, the only possibility was TNX with those fantastic engages 4-0-5 KDA. 36% of the damage dealt, 32% damage taken. Not many heroes could do that, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's one of the prime reasons why they picked up the Ogre in the first place, right? He was supposed to do it all, and TNX made it a reality, right? Provided so much room for both Shishan as well as Sun to really put the pain in.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of snowballed from there, right? Once Sun got going, you were talking about the fact that Marco Polo takes a little bit of time to get online.
Yep.
But when you have somebody like TNX creating all that space and farm, it's going to be much, much easier. You're going to be able to accelerate yourself because you get to that level way quicker.
Yeah, I mean, it's always going to help you when you have somebody on your team that's going to be kind of like your backbone, your lifeline into making sure that you're able to get to the point that you want to, right? So, this is exactly the case here for Sun on the Marco Polo. You have the 8K to the 6.8K, so a big divide there already, and then TNX compared to CY. That is probably the most criminal actual goal difference in the Gorge on that game, right? 8.3 to 4.6, not giving the CY a chance to shine.
Yeah, and to make matters worse, he actually didn't go for the Blood Rage. First, he went for the Eye of the Phoenix, which allowed him to heal a lot more. So I want to see the damage that he took. He took 51,000 worth of damage. Now, this is in 10 minutes, guys. That's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair to CY though, he did take 55, so he did take more damage, but it's what you do with the return, right? So you can take the damage, but you got to make sure you do something with you taking that damage, whether it's kills for your teammates, or gold given over, or fights won. But you can see here that TNX took the damage, but dealt the damage as well.
Oh yeah, TNX was just too big. He couldn't handle him.
Okay. But also Yuhan on the Changfei, still undefeated in that series. That was something that they needed to just like look out for in that draft. They were not able to do it. If we're talking about the gold grab, straight up Team Secret, the entire way, full control, locking it down.
Locking it down. A lot of donuts there on the side of Nova, right? They're able to get one turret, but only get 2 kills, and then the gold difference is about 12k gold difference between these two teams. But